friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Well, in today's video, I have quite a few empties to share with you. So if you would like to hear all of the mini reviews on the skincare, body care, and hair care I have recently used up, then stay tuned and we will jump in and get started. All right, I have divided these all up into categories and we are going to go ahead and start with skincare first. So the first thing that I have used up is the RoK Multi-Correxion Revive and Glow Eye Balm. And this is not going to be a surprise to my regular viewers because I've actually done an entire video on this product. I'll put the thumbnail up here to share with you, and then I'll also link the video below in case you're interested. But I absolutely love this product. And if you have ever struggled with applying concealer, I think you're going to be interested in trying this product right here, because this makes my concealer go on perfectly every single time that I use it. And I am someone who used to struggle with concealer and really would only wear it for days that I was filming or going out, to special events. Most of the time I would not wear concealer because I found it so difficult to apply and it would just look dry and cakey and I just struggled. So after finding this though, it has just been life-changing as far as concealer application is concerned. And I have a little bit of a theory on why this works so well. I think the balm texture and the ingredients in this product here kind of fill in all of the lines and the crepiness that we have underneath our eyes as we get older. And when you put this on first and then put the concealer on over it, I think the concealer then is able to just kind of float over your skin so it doesn't settle into the lines and wrinkles, and yet it lasts all day long. So it's not a surprise that yes, I have repurchased this and absolutely still love this product. The next thing that I finished up is called the Aestura. This is the Atobarrier 365 cream. And this is actually a Korean skincare brand that is carried at Sephora. And that's where I purchased this, was at Sephora. And I actually purchased this back in the late winter time when I was really struggling with really dry skin. It was flaking and all of my regular moisturizers that had usually worked for me were just not cutting it. And somewhere along the line, I heard about this product, went into Sephora, picked it up, and the first night that I used it, I instantly fell in love. Now, I wish that there was something I could scrape out of here to share with you, but you can see I cut the top off so that I could get every last drop out of this, because this is a miracle worker as far as a compromised skin barrier or dry, flaky skin. This is what you need. And the texture is so lovely that I even wore this under makeup sometimes during the day. Even though it is incredibly thick and rich, it still seemed to work under makeup during the day. I also wanted to share with you that the first night that I applied this, I squeezed out a big blob, kind of the same amount that I use of normal moisturizing creams, and it was just way too much because this is thick and rich and you do not need a lot to get the results. But if you are in need of barrier repair, if your skin is just dry and nothing seems to be working, this is a product I would definitely look into. And you can be sure that I will have a full-size container of this when the colder months roll around. I also finished up, this is the Neutrogena, the Collagen Bank. This is the 15% vitamin C serum. And I really like this vitamin C serum. Now, the type of vitamin C that is in here is 15% L-ascorbic acid. And I do find that the 15% does not seem to irritate my skin at all. I have had no issues using this. But I have to tell you, one of the main reasons that I am committing to use this for a while is that this product here also contains a micropeptide that was developed by Neutrogena. And I heard Dr. Dre review this product on her channel, and she was talking more about the micropeptide that Neutrogena scientists have developed. And apparently they worked on this peptide for, I think it was like 10 years, maybe give or take a few, but a very long time. And the peptide that they developed is actually 2 times smaller than the peptides that we have available in our skincare currently. And so it is able to penetrate deeper into your skin to really support your collagen. And to me, that is very intriguing because I have learned that as we are getting into our wiser years, that is what we want for our skin, is to protect the collagen that we have and to build as much new collagen as possible. So I have been using this every day. I will say that when you first apply this serum, it does feel slightly like oily on your skin, but it completely soaks in within a matter of a minute or two. It doesn't leave any kind of greasy film, but I do feel like when you're applying it, it feels like it's got oil in it, but when I've looked at the ingredients, I do not see any oil in here. And as far as the smell, because sometimes vitamin C serums can have like a funky kind of odor, I would say this kind of typically has that like vitamin C scent to it. And it's something that does not bother me, and it dissipates very quickly. So yes, I have been loving this. I have repurchased because I'm really committing to using this vitamin C serum to see if I can really get the results from the vitamin C, but also that micropeptide. I also finished up, this is a Rokiss. This is a one-step all-in-one cleansing balm. And I ordered this from Stylovana, several months ago with an order that I'd placed for some sunscreen. And I fell in love with this cleansing balm. It is so good. It, to me, is like equally as good as my favorite Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm, if not better, because it's a lot more affordable. It removed my makeup beautifully. It did not irritate my eyes. I loved everything about this cleansing balm. But the problem is now is that I cannot get this on Stylovana, and when I have searched for this to see where else I could get it, there is one retailer that will ship to the United States from Korea, but it is a $20 shipping. And you have to spend $200 to get free shipping from that site. So I don't know if it works out cost-wise to pay for the shipping. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe it would be worth it. But I'm hoping that this will come back in stock at Stylovana, because I think when I initially ordered this, I think it was maybe $15. So it was really affordable because you do get 5.07 ounces. It was quite a large container and lasted me a long time. So really fell in love with this and hoping I can find this at Stylovana again, because this was a really good cleansing balm. Now I also finished up, this is the Tatcha, this is the longevity serum, and this was actually gifted to me from Tatcha. And I had never tried any of the Tatcha products, so I was really interested in trying this. And this serum is very nice, but I have to tell you that it's very scented. And I've learned since that Tatcha products do have fragrances in their products. And I'm thinking it's probably the fragrance that was irritating to my skin. I've got rosacea, and I have to say, knock on wood, most of the time my rosacea is pretty good with most of the products I try. But this one here just seemed to be irritating to my skin. And I'm just wondering if maybe it was the fragrance. But the consistency of the serum was very nice, and the smell actually was very enjoyable. It didn't hang around, it did dissipate, but there was definitely a fragrance. So I ended up using this up just kind of on my arms and on my décolleté, just, you know, to use it up. But I didn't use it consistently enough where I could look down on my arm and tell you I definitely saw improvements in my skin, because I just used it too sporadically. So it was very nice of them to send me this, and I wish that I was able to use it on my face, because I really would have liked to have seen what it would do, but unfortunately I couldn't, so I won't be repurchasing this one. I also finished up, this is the Naturium. This is the Multi-Peptide Advanced Serum. And I really liked this serum here. I don't know if there's any left in here. No, I think I've used it all up. But this is a really good peptide serum if you're looking for an affordable drugstore option. But the thing that I really liked about this serum here is that this does contain copper peptides, which are supposed to be very good for firming your skin, which is something, of course, I really want at my age. But what they do with the copper peptides in this formula is that they are encapsulated, which just basically means there's something surrounding the copper peptides that allows them to penetrate your skin without interfering with other skincare ingredients. And that is really the issue that I have learned after doing some research on copper peptides, is that even though they seem to be a very good skincare ingredient, they're kind of finicky on what you can pair them with and what will like inactivate them, which makes it a little difficult to use in a skincare routine. So I do appreciate the fact that when they're encapsulated, it kind of takes some of that worry out, where you don't have to worry about other ingredients, you know, combining them with other ingredients that might inactivate certain things. So I really do appreciate that about this serum. I'm planning on repurchasing this because I did really like it, but I am using another peptide serum that was actually gifted to me from Biossance that I'm going to try to use that one up first. But this is definitely one I would repurchase. I do think it's a really good one. I have finished up 2 of my Holy Grail facial sunscreens. This is the Kiss Me Mommy UV Aqua Milk, and I have used this for several years. And there are a few reasons why I love this sunscreen so much. One is that this is formulated for infants and small children, so it is extremely great for sensitive skin. I also love that I can apply this right up on my eyelids, right underneath my eyes, with absolutely no eye irritation at all. There is no stinging, there is no burning, there is no film. It is completely comfortable around my eye area, and I have very sensitive eyes. So love that. And then I also love that this is waterproof. And it may be overkill wanting waterproof sunscreen, even in the winter time. I appreciate it. I just wonder about things like using a damp beauty sponge, how much sunscreen you will take off if your sunscreen is not waterproof, those type of things. So I really love all of that about this sunscreen. If there's one downside to this sunscreen, is that it does leave a glowier finish. But I've got it on today underneath the Kylie skin tint, and I think it works beautifully under all the makeup that I wear. So it really doesn't bother me that it is a glowy finish. So it's been a holy grail for a long time. I still love it, and yes, I have repurchased. Now I also did try, this is a Haruharu Wonder, the Black Rice Moisture Airy Fit Daily Sunscreen. Now this is a really nice sunscreen that I really do like. The only issue that I have with this, other than the fact that this is not waterproof, so you can definitely not use this if you're going to be, you know, at the lake or the pool or ocean swimming. This is not waterproof. But then the other issue that I have with this, but it's kind of minor, is that when I do apply this like I apply my Kiss Me Mommy, and I go right on my eyelids and right up underneath, if this gets into my eyes, it doesn't sting or burn. It's not irritating in that way, but I do get what feels kind of like almost a film over my eyes. So I have to be careful when I'm applying this that I just can't go too close to my eyes. So other than that, I do think this is a really nice sunscreen. And one thing I really like about this is that the finish of this sunscreen, I would say, is more of a satin or skin-like leaning matte, where if you don't want an extremely glowy sunscreen, this is really nice for that. So I think I'm going to order another one of these. I like to have this option in the fall and winter, especially for just, you know, something different, and I just am careful applying it around my eyes. But I did think it was a really good one, and I will be repurchasing, like I said, for the fall and winter time. I finished up one of my favorite lip treatments to apply at night, and this is the Remedy for Dry Lips. And I have said this before, this product here is like the only thing I have ever applied to my lips at night, and I wake up in the morning and I can still feel this on my lips. It has still sealed in all of the moisture. It has not gone anywhere, and I love that. And I also love that it is unflavored. I do not want the flavored lip mask to wear at night. I just want something that doesn't have any flavor or scent to it, and this doesn't. So this is my favorite, and yes, I have repurchased. Now this is a makeup item that I finished up that I'll add into skincare, but it was a travel size of the Laura Geller. This is the Bronze-n-Brighten in the shade Fair. And I got this trial size to try this a very long time ago, and really never liked this travel component. I thought the sponge applicator was just kind of silly, because who applies bronzer with a sponge applicator? And then also it just, for travel, it ended up being kind of a big container. So I never really liked the container of this. But the actual product, I fell in love with this bronzer, and it's actually my favorite bronzer. I purchased the full size and absolutely love it. I wear the shade Fair, and it's perfect for my skin tone, for giving me a little bit of like a glow without being orangey. It's just a great, great bronzer. So love the Laura Geller baked bronzer, and I have repurchased the full size. If the travel component is still like this, I would definitely not purchase the travel component, because I did not like this, but the bronzer is fantastic. All right, so that was all of the skincare. Why don't we move on to hair care next? I have finished up one of my beloved K18, the Astro Lift. I have talked about this so many times on my channel, because this is my very favorite styling product I have ever used on my hair. If you have fine, thin hair that doesn't hold a curl, where you'd like to feel a little bit more texture without that awful texture feeling that so many texture products give you, this is something I think you'd be really interested in. It is the best thing I have ever used to give my hair some texture, some volume. It helps hold the curl. It's absolutely fantastic. The only thing I do not like about this product is that it is on the pricier side. I think it's either $45 or $47, maybe even, a bottle. And I wash my hair every other day, because I spray this on liberally on the days that I shampoo. So I go through it, but to me it is worth every penny, because I have never had a styling product do for my hair what this does. So absolutely love it. I stock up during the Sephora sale, so I have got backups for my backups of this, and just never want to be without. It's that good. I have also finished up a regular K18. This is the Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. And this is the first product that K18 came out with. And this is a product designed to help to strengthen and actually heal your hair bonds. If you bleach your hair like I do with highlights, or if you color or heat style, this is an amazing product. K18 peptide that is in here is patented. You cannot get a dupe of K18 anywhere, and if you see something that says it's a dupe, it's not going to be the same thing. But this mask literally is probably the best thing I am doing to strengthen my hair. And I have to tell you that when my hairdresser last did my highlights and color just at the end of April, she asked me what I was doing, because she said my hair had so much less breakage. And I actually believe that it is a combination of these two products here that have really improved the health of my hair. So I end up using this once a week, and how I use this is that because my hair is fine and thin, I do not need to rinse this out or use conditioners on the day that I use this. So what I will do is I will get out of the shower, I will use 1 squirt on my palms, and then you really have to emulsify this. Your hands look completely white once you have emulsified this enough. Then you go ahead and you distribute it through your hair and you leave it for 4 minutes. And then you can apply whatever kind of styling aids you need on top of that. But a couple of years ago, I stopped buying this and was trying other bond repairs, and they just did not do for my hair what this does. So I am back and I am sticking with the K18. So yes, I have repurchased. I have finished up a Biolage. This is the Hydra Source Conditioning Balm. It's a conditioner. And I love the Biolage products. They are kind of old school and nothing fancy, but my hair really responds well to this Hydra Source line. I have fine thin hair, but I've also got really dry ends, and this conditioner does a great job of moisturizing my ends without weighing down my hair. So it's kind of been a staple in my hair care routine throughout the years, and I have repurchased because I really do love this conditioner. I have finished up a Verb. This is the Ghost Heat Defense Spray. This is an aerosol heat spray that I use on days that I haven't washed my hair. If I need to touch it up with a curling iron or straightener, I will spray this on first. Really love this Verb one. This has become my favorite aerosol heat protectant because I don't feel like it leaves a heavy film on my hair. That's one thing I don't like about aerosol heat protectants, is that they can sometimes make your hair feel a little bit gunky, and I don't like that feeling. This doesn't do that for my hair. It's very easy. I'll just spray it all over where I'm going to be curling. Go ahead and curl and like the scent. So this is my new favorite, and yes, I have repurchased. Now I've also finished up, this is a Tresemmé, the Protecting Heat Styling Spray. This is an Abby Young recommendation, and this is the heat protectant I use on days that I've shampooed my hair when my hair is damp. Absolutely love this for heat protection on damp hair because, again, with my fine thin hair, it doesn't weigh it down. And sometimes I do think it's tricky for those of us that do have fine thin hair with heat protectants, because sometimes they can be really heavy and weigh down your hair. This does not at all, and that's exactly what Abby Young had shared, that this was a great option for fine thin hair, and I completely agree. Love that it's a drugstore, really affordable option, and yes, I have repurchased. Now this is one of the bond repairs that I did try. This is the L'Oreal, the Bond Strengthening Concentrate. And I really did not like this. I do not think it did much for my hair. And the days that I would use this, my hair would actually feel drier and not very good. So I did use it up, but I will definitely not be repurchasing this. All right, so those are all of the hair care products. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the body care? I have finished up, this is a Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Tahitian Vanilla Daily Body Lotion. And this smells so wonderful. If you are a vanilla girl, you will love this. It is a lovely vanilla fragrance. And the cocoa butter formula is really thick and moisturizing for dry skin. So this is definitely a vanilla that I would repurchase again. I'm trying different ones from the Athena Club line right now that I really like too, but I have a feeling this Palmer's is actually more affordable. So this is definitely one I would repurchase again because I truly love how it smells, and it's a really nice body lotion as well. I finished up a Lume whole body deodorant, and this time I tried the Vanilla Bliss scent, and I really did like the vanilla scent of this as well. I think this is one they've brought back. And my two favorite scents of the Lume are, I believe it's like a Fresh Alpine is the one I really like, which is what I'm using now. But I also really did like this vanilla one, and this is one that I would definitely repurchase. I have finished up a Prequel. This is the hand wrap, hand shielding lotion, and this is my favorite hand cream. I love this so much because you can apply this and it's not super greasy. I can apply this and then, you know, pick up my phone or do things right away, and it's not greasy and doesn't leave a horrible like film on your hands, but yet my hands are moisturized. And I also love that this lasts through a hand washing. So especially in the winter months when you are, washing your hands more, maybe because of like cold and flu season, this is sticking around and helping to keep your hands more moisturized. So I love this hand cream. I do feel bad because I have gone through, a few of these and I always forget to put them in my empties bin, but yes, I have repurchased because this is my favorite hand cream. I have also gone through a Pure Organica, the Urea 40% cream. This is the cream that I use on my feet for dry and cracked heels. It is amazing. If you have bad looking heels, it's just a couple nights use of this and you will be amazed at how much better your feet look. I actually even got my husband to use this because he had some calluses and I gave him this. He used it a few times and said to me, "What is in this stuff?" And I said, "Why did it work?" He said, "Yeah, it works really great." And from him, that is a glowing review. So this has been a subscribe and save for me from Amazon for several years now. I absolutely swear by it. So yes, I have repurchased. And the last thing that I have to share with you is a Tanologist. This is the Daily Glow Body Lotion, the firming version. I did not like this firming version. My favorite, I'll put a picture of the one that I have repurchased, is in like a purple container, which is the hydrating version. I love the hydrating version. This here, there's quite a bit left in here, but I do not like this because I felt like it was so drying to my skin. My legs looked very dry and not very good at the end of the day when using this. But as far as the gradual self tanner in this Tanologist, it is fantastic. I think it's much better than the Jergens like gradual that I had used many years ago. I love the Tanologist as far as the gradual tanning. It's so good. But I would recommend the hydrating version if you have dry skin. This one I really did not like. So have not repurchased this, but definitely repurchase this hydrating one over here. All right, friends, that is gonna be it. Those are all of my mini reviews on the products I've recently finished up, and I do hope that these can be helpful to you. If you have any questions about any of the products that I've used up, please feel free to leave them below in the comments and I'll do my best to be able to answer them for you. But thank you, friends, for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Bye.